Welcome back to the fucking double jump. Here we go. And here I am starting it with a fucking swear word. Game of the year discussion right now.
Yep, me and Zach.
No. Seriously, welcome back. It's been literally ages since we've recorded anything for this podcast. But Tucker, you've been really fucking busy. What are you doing now?
What do you mean?
Like, what is this socket thing?
I'm going to rank every video game.
You're
no mobile games.
Hang on. You're going to rank every video game of all time ever?
Well, not games that haven't come out yet.
Okay, sure. But, like, you can't rank every video game. That's not possible. You can't play them all.
I will die. Thanks, Zach.
No, but you can't. Well, I mean, you can die, but like, no, for real. Like,
I can?
Are you? No, but are you actually attempting to rank them all?
Well, yeah.
Even like Commodore 64 shit.
Word. Especially Commodore 64 stuff. Because, well, you just put a chunk at the top. I'm just saving a chunk of space at the very top of the list for Commodore 64 games.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And then Dreamcast underneath that, and then
Sure.
Yeah, mostly Sega consoles for a while.
Okay, what spurred you to do this? Because I obviously we've been doing Let's Plays on the YouTube channel for a while, but what really spurred you to fucking try to rank every game?
Well, this website called Giant Bomb is doing this thing. I haven't actually watched
Giantbomb.com.
They're ranking fighting games, I think. But I don't know if they're doing it in a format similar to this. But this seems like the best way to do it, right? I mean, what could go wrong, Zach?
To play every game and then make like a giant list of them?
Yeah.
I don't know.
And YouTube videos.
I feel like that could go wrong like pretty easily though, right?
Yeah. Well, I haven't played any games that are like 80 hours long yet or anything. I think that's when it's going to hit a wall, but
sure,
we'll get there.
So you think that I mean, but the games that are like 80 hours long are the ones that you seem to not like Fallout.
Well, Fallout's just a bad game though.
Okay, but you're a bad game. Like your life.
True.
You don't like good games. That's your problem.
That's true. It's going to be a weird list.
I like bad bitches. That's my fucking problem.
Word.
Right, exactly. So like I've got an issue there, but you like bad games. That's your fucking problem.
I think it's sexist, Zach, to be honest with you.
Liking bad games?
No, ranking. Never mind.
Ranking bad games is sexist?
No, never mind.
Okay, okay. Liking bad bitches?
Ranking.
Oh, I didn't say ranking. I said liking.
Well, one implies the other. Anyway.
No, it doesn't. Anyway, so what have you been playing besides ranking these games, or has that really been your sole quest?
No, I have work, and then I have play. Like,
sure.
Oh, I gotta get through this game.
You have
deadline.
You have kid, and then you have play, right?
Yeah, exactly. I got salt and I got pepper.
You have kid and play, right? You've got salt and pepper,
right? So salt has been Life is Strange. Peppa's been Bloodborne. Because I'm not going to rank Bloodborne, because then people would know how bad I am at it.
Oh, sure. You would have to record it and then post it, and sure.
Yeah, people would yell at me.
Okay. Well, so you've been playing Bloodborne, and you have a PlayStation 4. What do you think of it?
It's really good. But I like Dark Souls a lot. If you don't like Dark Souls, it's probably not. It's a lot like Dark Souls.
A lot like Dark Souls. Okay. I don't know. I don't like Dark Souls, so I don't think I would like Bloodborne. I don't think I'm going to pick it up because I don't have a PlayStation 4.
You know what?
What?
You know what?
What?
That's a totally fair assessment.
Okay. Awesome. Great. Thank you. No, but so Bloodborne, we've been talking about this Game of the Year thing, and now that we're actually recorded,
the jumpies.
I can finally get my points across. So and it's my opinion. For those of you who used to listen to us, and if anybody is even listening to this, I have no fucking clue. Because we've been gone for months. And my goal now is that it doesn't matter how many people. You notice it's just me and Tucker here right now.
Hello.
It does not matter how many of us are actually able to record. It could just be me talking to myself. But we will have content on a regular fucking basis because I'm not letting that happen again.
Okay.
So,
I'm in.
yeah, that's right. So, we're talking about the game of the year. There's 5 of us. So, I think it's more than fair to suggest that we should have at least 4 of the 5 people who are ranking the games agree on what would be actually crowned the game of the year. I don't think that 3 out of 5 is actually a good margin. What do you think of that?
So you think ultimately this is a vote? Ultimately, we will get to a point where we say vote.
Well, I would think so, unless you had a different thing in mind.
That would take some thinking. Because that implies that we would end up with 2, and we would be choosing between the 2, right?
I mean, in theory, sure.
Okay. Does that mean the one that loses is the runner-up?
Yeah. Yeah, I would think so, sure.
Okay. I'm not ready to say right now.
You're not ready to say right now.
That makes sense.
I mean, honestly, I don't see how we could do it any other way. Because if you have 2 people who are outright refusing to recognize, I mean, that granted, that's not the majority, but that is 40%. I mean,
yeah.
If 40%, I don't know. It feels like we need to have an overwhelming majority to really call it the definitive. If us is the double jump, if we're going to crown a game of the year, I feel like most of us, which we want to do, then I think that most of us have to agree on what that game actually winds up becoming. Now, that may wind up being something that not everybody may completely agree with, but here's my point on that. It's our jobs to convince each other that these games are deserving of votes, based off of our gameplay experiences, based off of playing to each other's weaknesses.
Sure,
the
politics of it.
Yeah, and speaking of politics, we've been doing a bracket. Good fucking God, this bracket.
You know what, Zach? I just want to say
what?
It's not the outcome. It's the process. That's what I'm here for.
It's not the outcome. It's the ride. It's not the journey, or rather, it's not the destination. It's the journey. There we go.
No, it's the journey.
I can talk.
Absolutely.
It's the journey. Okay. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. If it's the process is awful. This was the worst.
I know. I love it though.
Oh my God. Okay. So.
So you're saying Journey should have won?
Round 1 of our bracket, and let me hang on. Let me pull this up. Where's the bracket link? Send me the bracket link.
Oh Jesus!
Send me the bracket link.
Live show, folks.
And we're gonna put the bracket link on the links for this episode, so you can take a look at it yourself. Because holy shit, the worst.
Things
went
bracket. Weird. Things went strange with this bracket.
Now, granted, this was a bracket full of backstabbing, full of politicking. Full of, a lot of it from myself, I fully admit.
You're not really seeing the picture of the bracket when you look at the bracket. You're just seeing the charred earth that remains.
Exactly. So we started with Grand Theft Auto 5 taking on Unreal Tournament 3. And for the record, this bracket is to decide, in theory, the best game of Generation 7, the Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, and Wii era. However, I don't think that's really fair to do it in a bracket format, because that implies that the games are being compared to the entire field, which they're not. These matchups were being compared to each other, and they were randomly seeded. So
that's the only way this was ever going to happen.
Basically, yeah, there was no way that we were going to really figure anything out definitively. And for the record, I don't support this bracket in any way. Grand Theft Auto 5 took on Unreal Tournament 3, and guess what won? Grand Theft Auto. Portal 2 defeated Devil May Cry, DMC. I don't know how that game even wound up on this list, but okay.
Portal 2, I know it's travesty.
No, Devil May Cry. The Orange Box took out Ace Combat 6, which and Michael's not here, and I don't want to say anything. I won't. I'm not going to say anything. Halo Reach. What?
Ace Combat's a beautiful game. You just don't get it. You don't understand the art.
Okay, I believe you.
It's got jets in it.
Halo Reach destroyed Dead Rising.
Destroyed even.
Destroyed. Dragon Age Origins took out Bulletstorm.
That's one of the bummers for me. That's
Gears
one of the big.
of War Trace took out Left 4 Dead 2, which I was actually not happy about, but okay. Rock Band 2 defeated South Park Stick of Truth, which honestly, not big competition. Who knows if either of those games really should have been on this list to begin with.
Whoa.
Yeah. Donkey Kong Country defeated Braid. Dishonored beat Super Street Fighter 4. Halo 4 defeated, by, of all games, Assassin's Creed 2, which, okay, I was actually okay with that, because Assassin's Creed 2 is probably the best AC game, right?
I'd agree with that.
Yeah. So if there's going to be a representative from that series, it may as well be that one.
I'll check back in a week or two.
Are you playing Syndicate?
I'm playing Halo 4.
You're talking about agreeing about that matchup. Okay, sure.
Yeah, I will let you know.
I just played through Halo 4 again, and I still love it. So yeah.
I don't know what I voted for in this matchup, but if Halo 4 had beaten Assassin's Creed 2, I would not have been upset about it.
I think you voted AC2. Pretty sure you did, because you had played AC2 and you haven't played at Halo 4.
No stakes in that.
Fallout New Vegas defeated Borderlands. Kind of a strange matchup there. Pretty evenly matched, I'd say. And then Dark Souls defeated Rainbow Six Vegas. Journey beat Skyward Sword. Mass Effect DOS beat Bayonetta. Rayman Origins fell to Mario Galaxy 1.
That makes sense.
And Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Call of Duty 4, I should say, beats Minecraft, which, thank God. Even I voted for Call of Duty in that one. Ratchet & Clank falls to Burnout Paradise. That was some politicking on my part. And Uncharted 2 defeats Halo Wars, which Kyle and I were not happy about.
Yeah.
Heading on to round 2. Holy shit. This is what happens when you have 50 games in a bracket. There were a lot of games that got buys to the second round. I think about 16 of them did. So
I think it worked out all right.
BioShock defeated GTA 5.
Can I just say BioShock are number 1 seed?
BioShock was the number 1 seed. This was based off of The List. Go back and listen to The List cast and just listen to that shit. It's the worst. BioShock defeated GTA 5. Portal 2 in the orange box. Portal versus Portal 2. Portal 2 wins easily.
Shouldn't have.
Halo Reach destroyed Fez. Thank God. Modern Warfare 2 beats Dragon Age Origins. Gears of War 3 defeats The Last of Us. Again, I'm not particularly happy about that. So I don't know how Gears of War 3 got that far.
I don't know.
What do you think about that?
I haven't played Gears 3. Okay, let's put everything on the table here. I don't think Gears of War 1 is a very good game, but it's the only Gears game I've played.
Sure.
But I think Gears of War 3 is probably better than The Last of Us, or at least I would like Gears of War 3 more, because The Last of Us kind of gets on my nerves in a lot of ways.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But we'll save that for the Last of Us podcast that we're doing.
Metal Gear.
Mark your calendars.
Metal Gear Solid 4 defeats Rock Band 2. That's
a weird matchup. Yeah,
that's going to be a common theme, folks. Super Mario Galaxy 2, the best platformer of all time, defeats Donkey Kong Country.
The second best platformer.
Returns. By the way, we should mention that is Donkey Kong Country Returns for the Wii.
Yes.
Halo. Sorry.
It's a good game.
Yeah, it's all right.
It deserved to lose to Galaxy 2, but it's still good.
Sure. Halo Trace making its appearance, defeating Dishonored. Oblivion, our number 2 seed, defeating Assassin's Creed 2. That's not really a contest.
Weird. Yeah.
Sorry?
It's just very... spoilers. When we get there, I'll let you know.
Okay, sure. New Vegas falls to Dark Souls. Fuck that. Batman Arkham City defeated by fucking Journey. How does that happen? I'm sorry. Let's figure this out. How does that happen? Batman Arkham City. The Arkham series pretty much defines third-person action for the 7th console generation. But no, it's not better than Journey.
We got nothing to say.
A game where you walk from side to fucking side on a granted a beautifully realized world and background.
There's more to Journey than that.
No, sorry. Red Dead Redemption defeats Mass Effect 2. Honestly, it was a straw, you know, it was a horse piece for me. They're both good games.
Sure.
It pained me to do it, but I had to vote against our number 3 seed, The Elder Scrolls Skyrim, because Galaxy won.
This is what surprised me.
Yeah.
That Oblivion continues on into the bracket. Skyrim falls.
Skyrim falls
Second
to
round.
the hot competition, Mario Galaxy, the original. So at this point,
I'm okay with it.
At this point, both Super Mario Galaxy 2 and the original Super Mario Galaxy made it on to the third round, which I was
insane. They're the exact same game.
pretty fucking proud of. And somebody's here. Who is it? Who is it? Oh my
It's
God!
Kyle.
It's Kyle Matthews. Woo! Kyle, we're talking about the scorched earth that is the bracket.
Oh, the bracket.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
we're getting almost to the third round. Zelda Twilight Princess defeats Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Tucker, how did you feel about that?
Not happy, chat. Not happy at all.
Not happy at all. But you just
Twilight Princess is a good game.
sure.
It's on its way to being a great game. I don't think
What
it's
does that
better than
mean?
Call of Duty 4.
It's on its way. It's 9 years old. How is it on its way?
I'm just saying it could see itself as a great game off in the distance. It just never really. It kind of
It's
ran out of
slow.
supplies on the way there.
I think it's slow getting going, and that's kind of my beef with it, is that when you try replaying it, you're like, oh, I got to go through the herding and
Go in.
fishing tutorials and whatever.
Oh my god!
Which are
Get
just
all
like,
the lightning bugs, Kyle.
I have to in order to get my magical armor or whatever it was called.
That's right.
Uh,
That was pretty
I don't know,
awesome.
the Sky City dungeon's like one of my least favorite Zelda dungeons.
But the house dungeon is awesome.
Yeah, it's really good.
Ball and chain. How'd you like that ball and chain?
Yep, a lot of the
I feel-
dungeons are really, really good.
I feel like the Twilight Princess dungeons are either fantastic or just lacking in
Sure.
everything.
The Water Temple is not one of my favorites.
What about the Sky Temple, Tucker?
No.
With the little
No.
bird thing and the
Yeah.
ciphering the
The-
ruins.
Yeah, claw shot targets. It's a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah. Dead Space 2 defeats Burnout Paradise. It's not really a contest. And Super Smash Brothers Brawl, our number 11 seed, falls to Uncharted 2.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I'm
Now-
okay with it.
Now, all of the games that got a bye to the
Mhm.
third round or to the second round, they have to go against games that have moved on. So this is where things got really tough, actually. BioShock defeats Portal 2, which, yeah, all right, sure.
I'm done with that.
Sure, I'm down with that.
You guys, Portal 2 is such a bad game.
It's
You're all
really
high.
not. What's your problem? What's your problem with Portal 2? It's so fun. It's a really fun puzzle game.
Yeah, it's great.
It's practically the internet, 4chan, just in
I know. It's like
Video
it's a
game.
potato now.
No,
with,
it's a potato. It's a fucking potato
puzzle.
battery. It makes sense. It's science. Also, Cave Johnson is great. I love Cave Johnson.
Yeah, it's great just hearing someone talk to you in the entire game.
J.K. Simmons, brah.
Yeah, J.K. Simmons, brah. Did you see Whiplash?
Like the moon dust gives you cancer or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, I have to say,
All
I
the
voted
homeless
for
people
BioShock.
being used as test subjects. What do you want?
I do like Portal 2, though.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I say wearing my BioShock shirt.
Listening to your phonographs,
Right.
the soundtrack.
Halo Reach beats Modern Warfare 2, which I agree with.
Bummer.
I like Halo Reach a lot, but Modern Warfare 2 is the epitome of a fun first-person shooter.
I agree.
I
Okay.
think any Halo game going up against Modern Warfare 2 would lose, in my opinion. Even though I am a huge fan of the Halo series,
Even
and
Halo 5?
is awesome.
Wugga, wugga, wugga.
Kyle, before this podcast is over, we have to talk about Halo 5.
Oh, we will talk
Oh,
about
yeah.
it.
Yeah, well, I gotta get
fucking-
going here since maybe you can save that for the, get all your spoilers out while I'm not here.
Well, no, because Christian's. Oh, but Christian doesn't have an Xbox One. He probably won't either. So
No.
I think
yeah.
you're safe there.
I think we're safe
Spartan
there.
Locke dies at the end.
Oh
Dude,
my god,
come on.
dude! What? No. Anyways,
What is that?
Gears of War 3. Let's finish the bracket talk before Tucker has to go.
Okay.
Gears of War 3.
One thing I wanted to say.
What?
Just in case I forget to say it. I think when we do our Game of the Year stuff, spoilers have to be on the table.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
We're talking about these games. We have to talk about every aspect.
Right. Exactly. And I totally agree.
In Rocket League, you play the dragons for the final match.
Screw you, Kyle.
Oh my god. In Splatoon, you shoot people with paint.
There's a giant DJ and you fight him.
It's awesome.
And he uses like celery sticks or something. I don't know.
It's really awesome. Oh, they're whatever. Gears of War 3.
Gears of War 3 loses to Metal Gear Solid 4.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
I don't either.
I don't like it.
I don't either.
Well, this is a weird bracket because Metal Gear Solid 4 is Christian's favorite game.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I love it. So it's kind of got this like weight to it that
and Michael votes for it simply because the experiences that he's had with the other Metal Gear Solid games have been positive, so he must think that the other ones are good.
And he likes anime nonsense, and he likes the finger banging part.
Yeah,
so,
exactly. So like,
but then again, he's like, Gears of War 3 is the best Gears game, and it's so much fun.
It was pretty tough.
Well, stuff we all had to make sacrifices.
It's all because he freaking bribed me with the Red Dead Redemption.
Right. I
don't like it. I don't like it.
Speaking of, no, that was the next round, Kyle. Speaking of, Super Mario Galaxy 2 beats Halo 3. Awesome.
I don't like it.
That was a surprise to me. Also, Kyle, I feel your pain because I know what that must mean to you. But
Halo 3 is like, it's like my second favorite online shooter.
Yeah.
Like both of my like favorite online shooters went down in the same round.
Yeah, that was rough.
Round 3
was a rough.
Yeah.
And then Rainbow Six Vegas way back there in friggin' round 1 getting knocked out by Dark Souls. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
That's okay because Dark Souls was defeated by Elder Scrolls Oblivion. And Journey finally loses to Red Dead Redemption. Galaxy 1 makes it to the round 4 as well. It beats Twilight Princess. That was a tough one for me. And Dead Space 2 beats Uncharted 2. So we were to our round of 8, and both Super Mario Galaxy games had made it all the way through. I just want to point that out. However, it would not.
And Red Dead Redemption. I don't know how that game made it to the top 8. Yeah. And I want to burn it with fire in this in that round. And don't worry. Spoiler alert, it did.
Yeah.
Yeah. BioShock defeats Halo Reach. Metal Gear Solid 4
Super Mario Galaxy 2.
Super Mario Galaxy 2. Whatever the fuck. Fuck off, okay? No. No. Just no. Super Mario Galaxy. No. Sorry.
No.
I don't believe you. Oblivion.
Well, you have Christian and Tucker, so that one's just gonna. Metal Gear Solid 4 is just gonna win.
Basically.
I love Super Mario Galaxy 2.
Well, I mean, Metal Gear Solid 4
obviously
is just
not
beat
enough.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Because you and Christian's gonna vote for it no matter what. And Michael will just vote for it because anime nonsense. And
well, you could say that about any of these games. You guys voted for Portal 2 for no reason.
No, I voted for it because it was good. Oblivion made it to the Final Four, defeating Red Dead Redemption and Super Mario Galaxy. This is probably the one that's the most fucking egregious. Super Mario Galaxy 1 loses to Dead Space 2?
Zach,
Dead Space 2 is like the epitome of third-person horror shooter.
All right, whatever.
First of all, yes.
Whatever.
But, Zach, you are proposing a system wherein the possibility of Galaxy 2 versus Galaxy 1 for the final could have occurred. That would have been complete.
That would have been awesome. Then Galaxy 2 wins, and Galaxy 2 is officially the best game.
You think this bracket is pointless now if it had been Galaxy 2 versus Galaxy 1?
That's right. Oh absolutely. So we have our Final Four, which we will discuss at a later date. BioShock versus Metal Gear Solid 4, which I really do think, because Michael's a really big fan of BioShock, I think we can leverage that and get Metal Gear the fuck out of here. And Oblivion taking on Dead Space 2, which I think Oblivion wins that hands down, but that's just my personal opinion.
I don't think so.
Okay, we'll see.
I don't want to play my hand here, but I'm really hoping either Metal Gear Solid 4 or Dead Space 2 makes it, because I think BioShock versus Oblivion's really boring.
Oh, 1v2.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. It's like, they're both really good.
That's true. That's true. I didn't really realize that. BioShock was our #1 seed, and here it is in the semifinals. Oblivion was our #2 seed. Here it is in the semifinals. Then Metal Gear Solid came in at number 13, and Dead Space 2 was actually number 6.
But I mean, look at Oblivion's like path. Red Dead Redemption, there's no chance right there.
Yeah.
Oblivion going against Assassin's Creed 2, that's an easy win as well.
True.
Then Dark Souls will probably be the only one that was
like a challenge.
Easily contested.
We could look at this like a sports, like the Sweet 16. All right, BioShock went up against Grand Theft Auto 5 in a really tough round 2 matchup, and I gotta tell you, Grand Theft Auto, they had all the cocaine, but BioShock,
nice.
Well, they took him out with horror beyond imagination.
My bracket was ruined when Skyrim went down. It was ruined. It was the Duke of this
bracket buster. At number 35 seed, Super Mario Galaxy 1 could be considered the bracket buster of the entire tournament.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking at Last of Us was seeded number 4. Gears 3 was 29. Gears took it. I think that might be the upset of the bracket, unless I'm.
That's because Gears 3 is so good.
Yeah, I think it could be. Well, no, Galaxy 1 was at 35. Skyrim was the third seed.
That's
in fact, maybe I'll even play, Horde 2.0.
What?
No, I'm going to go play Halo 5.
me too. Okay. All right, Tucker. We'll see you later.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks for chatting.
Yeah, and we'll talk to you soon.
Oh, bye.
Yeah, bye. All right, Kyle.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get to the real shit. Halo 5.
Oh.
All right. Do we want to do? I feel like it's too early to do a spoiler discussion. We need to at least give the game a week to breathe, and then we can start to talk about spoilers. But my campaign experience so far, I can't say anything but positive things. I mean, a lot of the criticism has been coming from the fact that Locke is not the most dynamic of characters, and I'll agree, because Locke really is sort of a blank slate, but he has lines. He has a lot of lines. He does talk. He does reveal some things about his own personal motivations. When they're talking in the hangar bay, he's talking to Buck, Nathan Fillion's character, and Buck says something about how that if we go after Chief, they're all going to hate us, right? Like all of the rest of the Spartans are going to fucking hate us because we're going after the Master Chief. And Locke says, "You think you're the only one who's here because of him?"
Mm-hmm.
Which means that somewhere along the line, Locke did make the choice to join the Spartans, and a lot of that had to do with how he was inspired by Master Chief.
Yeah. And have you gotten? I don't want to make any deep campaign spoilers, but have you gotten to the part with the Arbiter yet?
I am just approaching that part.
Okay, I really like the dynamic between Locke and Arbiter, because. And I don't want to spoil too much, but Locke was a person that okayed an assassination on.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. So you do know that, but so he okayed an assassination on the Arbiter, and when they confront each other, I thought that was a really cool part.
And that's not spoiler from the game, because that took place in other material. And I want to say. That Spartan Locke himself showed up a lot in the like the waypoint. What was the terminal sequences from Master Chief Collection?
Mm-hmm.
So they were planning this for a while. That was a year ago, and they had the guy casted. They had Nightfall. Nightfall came out at that time, which is sort of the origin, not really the origin, but one of the earlier stories from the Spartan Locke character before he became a Spartan. So we've got a lot to learn about him. But I think that the foundation that has been laid so far is pretty strong. Sure, he doesn't have a lot of motivation, so to speak, right now, besides the fact that he's a soldier and he does what he's told. But Master Chief started that way, and now he's grown into a much more dynamic character, especially in this game.
Yeah, especially because like the whole Cortana thing, and then he's just kind of like.
Well, okay,
I don't want to say like off his rocker, but
okay. So this is pretty unavoidable. Like, Okay, whatever. I guess we're going to have to say minor spoiler alert. Because, like, this isn't a secret. This really isn't a secret because it's a huge part of the game. And somebody's here. I think it's Christian.
And it is.
Hello?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now we can.
Okay, sweet.
What's up? We're talking about Halo 5.
Uh-oh. That's cool.
Are you okay with that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay,
Go nuts,
you
man.
you don't have an Xbox One, so like...
No, I do not.
No? All right. So, and you're not going to get one. So, like, you're okay with us talking about the game.
Oh, yeah, go nuts.
All right, cool.
Go nuts.
So, hey, what was I talking about? I was talking about Chief and... Oh, so it's a huge part of the game. Like, they bring it up so early. As it turns out, Cortana has survived.
Yep.
She died, or at least she was shown to be dead at the end of Halo 4, and we believed her to be dead. Chief believed her to be dead, but pretty early on in the game, it's revealed that, in fact, she's not dead. She calls out to Master Chief in the very first, like one of the very first missions. She somehow gets in touch with him, which I'm not really sure how that happened yet, because I haven't gotten that far, but I would guess that it had to be legitimate, because it turns out that she was alive.
Because she pretty much turned into like a god, pretty much.
Kind
like,
of,
she's
yeah.
like an ethereal being now, sort of, that like controls everything.
Well, she was made with Forerunner technology. So when she fell into that slipstream space, whatever, in Halo 4, she kind of became one with that technology again, which it is, plausible in the weird sci-fi kind of way.
Yeah. And there's a lot of good, or at least some of the intel that I've picked up on in the campaign dealing with Dr. Halsey and creation of Cortana and kind of like that dynamic. From what I've seen, it's really been a really cool, like how she's kind of like regretting it, but it's like it's her greatest, like her pretty much her Magnus Odom that like she created this thing.
Magnum opus.
That's what I'm talking about.
Cool.
Yeah. So and then she's like, "This is like my greatest thing I've ever created." Yet, like, it's kind of turning out to be a bad thing.
Yeah. Well, it's sort of the same thing with Master Chief. Master Chief, she was directly responsible. She had a huge hand in the Spartan program. Picking the kids and then bringing them up and making those genetic enhancements. And here we are, several years later, and it can be argued whether or not that was really the right thing to do. Even though he's saved humanity so many times, has he been left scorched earth? Is he really human at all?
Yeah. And then there's a really good part later in the campaign where like you could see Dr. Halsey and like kind of pleading with Locke not to kill, or like when he finds Master Chief not to kill him and bring him back to her, because she feels like responsible for him kind of going AWOL and going a little nuts in a way.
Right. And again, this is very early on in the campaign when Chief hears from Cortana, they tell him he is not to go. He is not to go and find her, and he immediately is like, nope, I don't like it. I'm going to go, and I'm taking all my friends with me. And that's also the really cool thing in this game is they bring back Kelly and Fred, who, if you've read the book Fall of Reach, and if you watch the animated series that they've created with the game that came with the Legendary Edition and the Collector's Edition, but I believe that they wouldn't just make that for that game. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's early access for them, and they're going to release it on DVD or Blu-ray or whatever soon. Yeah. At least I'm hoping so, because I really want to watch that, because I love that book. They grow up with Chief. They are also original Spartans.
Mm-hmm. And you also get the Buck from ODST.
Yeah, the same Buck from ODST, which is really interesting that he survived and then he chose to become a Spartan.
Mm-hmm. He still has his like his ODST helmet and everything.
Yeah, that is pretty damn cool. That like you look at all the other helmets and they're these like weird designs and like the skull face eye thing, and Locke's helmet is just kind of funny looking to me. I don't know if I really like his armor design, but then you look at Buck and he's got his ODST helmet.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I kind of like the Buck dynamic with Buck and the other chick, the kind of like, I can't remember her name. The other chick that's on Blue Team. I think I really like that because it's kind of like they're bantering back and forth. Is like, oh, they're always like saying who's gonna buy the first drink, sort of like Legolas and Lord of the Rings.
Gimli.
Yeah,
that's who you were thinking of, Legolas and Gimli.
yeah,
But yeah, they replaced the chatter of Cortana in your helmet. They replaced that with the chatter of your teammates, and that is probably the one weak point of the campaign, in my opinion, is that they structured it around this team-based thing where it's like every mission, it doesn't matter whether or not you have the co-op players to do it. There are 3 other Spartans with you during every mission of the game, which is kind of cool because then like you have the backup and maybe, facing other enemies. If you're facing a very, very large group, your AI teammates will actually kill enemies on their own, which is refreshing.
And you could direct them to like take up a position or attack a certain person.
Yep. Get into certain vehicles.
Yeah.
But then that's probably the only part that I don't like, only because I don't like having to keep track of them. And also when you die, you don't just die. You which is helpful sometimes, but like, so let's say I'm fighting a hunter. When you get hit by a hunter now, like, oh, you fucking died. You didn't just die. You're like you're almost dying. It's like a Left 4 Dead style. Your teammate can come over and pick you up and like heal you.
Yeah, you go into like armor lock, a la Halo Reach, or
a la what's a better, the Star Wars Republic Commando. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
I think you can revive your teammates and your teammates can come revive you. But of course, if you die, let's say you die because a hunter kills you, and then like your AI teammates just run over like reckless abandon regardless of what the hunter is doing, and then they just get killed by the hunter too. So
yeah,
it's like what
it makes the campaign a whole lot easier.
I mean, I guess if you're playing on normal, but if you're playing on hard or like
I played
legendary,
through on heroic, and it made it a lot easier. Like I probably only died maybe like once or twice from getting blown up in a vehicle, and then when I got to one of the later bosses is when I actually started to die a lot easier. But like even on like legendary, if you don't like in Gears of War, where if you play it on the highest difficulty, you don't ever get downed, you just die and it's over. Whereas if you play legendary in Halo 5, if you die, you get down still, and your teammates could come revive you.
Yeah,
it makes it a lot easier. It makes it a lot more accessible since it's got that T rating now.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, so it makes the game a lot more accessible to probably a younger audience that would maybe be less experienced with first-person shooters, which I'm fine with.
Sure. We can talk about multiplayer a little later on. I guess just early impressions of the game, Kyle. What would you give it out of 10?
Oh, I'd probably give it a 10 out of 11.
Oh yeah, out of 11. Sorry, that's what we're all about here. You can give it a 10 out of 11.
Oh yeah.
I would probably say that as well. 10 out of 11. I guess the only thing that would have made it better would have been, the choice whether or not to have those multiple people, in your campaign. But they structured so much of the story around that you really can't avoid it, I guess. Other than that, yeah, I've really been impressed with just about every element. There's a musicality to the combat of Halo that is definitely still there. And
it's really well balanced.
Yeah.
Like really well balanced.
Yeah. So now Christian is here, and we're going to move into the third piece, the third movement, or fourth movement, if you will, of this podcast. Christian.
Yeah.
What have you been playing lately?
Since the last podcast?
Well, like not since the last podcast. So did you get Syndicate?
It doesn't come out for PC till November, so I'm still waiting on that.
You're still waiting on that. Okay, so what's the newest game that you've been playing?
I've been playing Unity. Does that count?
I mean, you can give us your impressions of that. Did you ever play it before?
I did play it like once or twice before, but it was the early build and it was really bad. And I had a mid-range graphics card, so it was still, that game just feels like it's barely running. No matter what you do, it feels like it's barely running.
Oh, Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, the loading times are ridiculously long. It looks really gorgeous, but whenever there's a ton of people on the screen, the music that I have playing starts stuttering. and my computer's like, why are you doing this to me? Why are you running this crap?
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, it's not too bad. I mean, you could tell that they were trying to go back to classic Assassin's Creed, but they just didn't do a very good job with variety, to be honest. All the side stuff is basically the same thing. There's a side mission, which is like, hey, pickpocket this guy. Good job. He's right next to where you pick up the mission. So that's really exciting. Pickpocket him. Now assassinate this guy who's right next to the mission. It feels a lot closer to like Assassin's Creed 1 in that fact, where it's just so repetitive. It just feels like you're doing the same thing over and over. And then there's murder mysteries, which aren't really that interesting. There's like find hidden clues, which aren't really that interesting. It's just, I don't know. It's just kind of overall an okay game. It looks really good, though. The visuals are really good.
I agree. That was really my big issue with the game from the beginning was yeah, just the fact that the stuff that was presented just felt very bleh. You know, it was just kind of one note, and it just was not something that I was. I'm not going to say it was like offensively bad on console. With the exception of the really, really bad pieces of visual, like when you would approach people on the street and they would still would not have loaded yet, like they were still block people from PlayStation 1, like that was really the only offensive stuff to me. So I guess the missions, they were okay, but they weren't particularly exciting. I never felt like I was doing anything grand or like worthy of such an idea as Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed is such a cool idea, but I feel like it's never truly been executed as well as it could be. I feel like the idea is almost better for a movie than it is a game, which is why I'm sorry. Did I interrupt you?
No, you're good.
Yeah. So I feel like it's almost better for a movie than it is a game, which is why I'm excited for the movie, because like Michael Fassbender is in the movie.
Yeah, this is true.
That's coming out soon.
That's coming up
like next month.
No, not that soon.
Wait, no, I don't know when it comes out.
I think it's got to be next year.
Like December, isn't it? Wait, no, it was coming out the same time as Rogue One is. So
December of 2016.
Yeah, next year.
Next year.
Assassin's Creed 2016 IMDb. They're saying that the story itself is actually a prequel to Assassin's Creed 2. So apparently it'll be taking place in the continuity of the game series.
Oh, interesting.
All right. When Callum Lynch, through a revolutionary technology that unlocks his genetic memories, Callum Lynch, played by Michael Fassbender, experiences the adventures of his ancestor Aguilar in the 15th century Spain.
Oh, Spain.
Callum discovers that he is descended from a mysterious secret society, the Assassins, and amasses incredible knowledge and skills to take on the oppressive and powerful Templar organization in the present day. See, now this sounds fucking cool. This sounds cool. No, like, in the present day, that means that like he's gonna become an assassin in real life. Like that's sort of what happened with Desmond, but it could have been so much better.
We'll see how it turns out. Usually the writing on all these video game movies is pretty shoddy at best.
But we're talking about Michael Fassbender. Like this dude's no scrub. He is a legit actor, you know? He could do whatever he wants. He could do whatever project he wants and he would never get questioned for it. Like he doesn't strike me as a guy who would try to do a movie just to earn a paycheck, you know?
I guess so.
Yeah. So I don't know. What did you guys have anything else you wanted to talk about this week?
Oh, I've actually been playing a few more games now that I think about it. I've been playing Mad Max quite a bit.
Oh yeah, I don't think we've really talked about Mad Max much on this show.
It's a very interesting beast, that's for sure. Just to say the least. It's so hard to explain, really. I mean, it's an open world game, and that's fine and all. It's so hard to explain, but once you start playing it,
somebody's hitting their mic quite a bit, by the way.
When is that? I don't know.
No, I hear it too.
Okay,
it might be Christian. I don't know.
My bad. Anyway.
Okay. Technical issues on the Double Jump podcast.
Yeah, awesome. Well, Mad Max, it feels just kind of stiff. when you're driving around, when you're not driving on a place that's designated as road, your car is bumping all over the place and it's grinding up against things, and the driving just doesn't feel as good as it should, which is really bad considering the game basically prides itself on the car combat, and 75% of the game is you just upgrading your car. That's the main draw of it. I think it's really cool that you can upgrade your car and make it more powerful and everything like that. So you can like take down other little troops of cars that are going around. And the open world aspects are fine. It just feels kind of stiff. And the combat is really not that special at all. It's really not very good. It's if you play Arkham Asylum or Arkham Knight, which is really responsive.
Yeah.
In general, I mean, even that, it's got some areas where it kind of lacks in responsiveness. But Mad Max is just really, it just feels kind of floaty, and you're just kind of mashing buttons, hoping you punch the next guy. And sometimes you punch the air 3 or 4 times before your guy eventually gets over there, and so that you can finally land a couple punches on him. And it's okay. It's okay at best. I don't think it's anything that special.
Did you play Witcher?
Yes, I have played Witcher 3.
So compared, so Kyle and I have a bit of a knowledge base. Compare the Mad Max combat to Witcher 3 combat. Which one was better?
Oh, Witcher by mile.
Oh, wow. Oh, God.
Mad Max doesn't compare even close.
I don't think I want to play Mad Max then.
No, the combat's really bad. The hand-to-hand combat is awful.
How's the guitars on the cars?
How's the bungee cord guitar, man?
You can't do that. That's not in here. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's going to be a DLC, isn't it?
Probably.
Bungee cord guitar. It's compatible with Guitar Hero Live.
Oh, if only. And then I also just got done playing through Far Cry 4.
Oh, yeah.
Which was...
Did you beat it the easy way?
What's the easy? Oh, no, I didn't. I played it through the hard way. I've already watched a video of the easy way. I didn't want to waste my time. But yeah, it's a really, really enjoyable. I say it's great. It's a great game to play if you still want to play a Far Cry game. And if you liked Far Cry 3 and want more, so Far Cry 4 is a great way to do that. Have some more Far Cry. Have either of you guys played any of Far Cry 3?
Far Cry 3 or Far Cry 4?
Either one.
I played Far Cry 3. Far Cry 4, I watched a friend, and it's funny that you mentioned that, because I didn't know that ending existed until they did it. They were like, oh, well, we really just want to see what happens. So the funny thing is, when he restarted the game, I watched it, and I was like, well, anybody who's playing this game, there's no way that they would just sit there. There's no way, because he kills the dude and he's just the biggest asshole dictator ever. And you're like, there's no way that I'm going to stay here. I got to escape. But if you stay, it turns out this dude knew your mom and is totally down with you going to pay your respects. And then you come out when you pay respects. And I expected him to shoot you in the face or something. But no. He's like, now let's go shoot some fucking guns. And then that's it. That's the end of the game. Awesome.
Yeah, it is really awesome. Do you guys want to know how I thought the real ending was pretty well handled. Do you guys want to know how it really ends, or I can just
I don't care. I mean, the game's
I'm gonna play it eventually.
Oh, you are? Okay. All right. Well,
so I'll
hold
put my headphones down.
No.
No, that's okay.
That's okay.
It's nothing
Kyle.
that interesting anyways, but I think the ending was handled pretty well. Far Cry 3's ending was kind of not the best. Because that game had a thing
Far Cry 2, on the other hand.
Yeah, Far Cry 3 had a thing with making quick time event boss battles.
Sure.
Which was definitely a thing of that era. I mean, games sometimes just don't know how to do boss battles. They're like, all right, we want something awesome and cinematic, throw some button prompts in there. Beautiful.
God of War.
Now it's a video game.
We got it.
Yeah.
I think
at least it wasn't super boring like all our Far Cry 2.
Yeah, Far Cry 2 was a lot of blank space.
As much as I love the game, it's just so huge.
Yeah.
And getting from one place to the other just took so long.
Yeah. And the guard posts respawn enemies. So whenever you're going by, you got to jump in your turret, mow down the guys, jump back in the driver's seat, and keep going.
It's practically the Wind Waker of non-Nintendo games.
Yeah.
It's such a big map, and there's nothing to do in between.
Yeah. Far Cry 3 Blood
Sorry,
Dragon, though, the DLC for Far Cry 3, that's freaking awesome.
Where you get your health back by
Blood
doing
Dragon is so
arm
good.
scrunches.
Yeah. Yep, it's so 80s. It's awesome. And I'm a 90s baby, so I have no idea what happened in the 80s. But if Far Cry 3 taught me everything I know about the 80s.
Wow, then I think you may have been educated poorly.
Nah, there's VHS tapes and
okay.
action movie references in there and 8-bit cutscenes. It's all good.
Okay, sure. I'll let you keep that opinion in your mind.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. Are either of you? Do you guys have anything? What am I trying to say? Are either of you looking forward to anything coming out?
Fallout 4, I reckon.
Yeah.
I'm very excited for Fallout 4.
Fallout 4. Fallout 4.
I'm getting psyched up right now.
But in non-Fallout 4 news, just getting away from that beast, while playing Halo 5, every single like new thing that I encounter, I'm like, oh my god, that's gonna be so much fun in Halo Wars 2. So pretty much, because I'm the geek that plays Halo Wars way too much.
Do they have
way too much?
Do they have a time period set in stone for Halo Wars 2?
Fall 2016.
Yeah, I think it's next year for sure.
I mean, like chronologically in the franchise.
Oh no, I don't think so.
Well, like,
at least they haven't released that yet.
I don't think the original Halo Wars is actually canonical, is it?
It is actually.
But how is that possible? There's like waves of Spartans, unless like those are the Spartan 3s or Spartan 4s.
It could be.
You know what I mean?
Well, you're only allowed to have 3 at a time, though.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe there you go.
Maybe.
I don't know. But in the game, there's you go through and like the more you play it, the more you fill in this giant timeline, so you can see where things that happen in the campaign relate to whatever. And it gives you like a date and a year and all that. The jazz.
Cool beans.
I could go on all day about Halo Wars, man, and Warthog rushing and leader rushing with suicide grunts. Oh man, I want to play Halo Wars right now.
All right. Well,
that game is so much fun. I've played through the campaign maybe like 8 times by now.
We might just cut you loose and let you go play some Halo Wars. Do you guys have anything else you want to cover before we wrap this up?
No.
Oh,
Halo Wars
Christian
2 is going to be the best game ever.
Christian, I know that you said
I've been playing Counter-Strike Go.
Oh.
And the game has no rules. The game has no rules.
No rules.
There's no rules to that game. It doesn't make any sense.
Something when you play competitive, what I really like is how the game, it has an underlying undertone, unspoken set of morals or like rules. There's an unspoken set of rules that you just kind of follow, and one of them is you don't buy an auto sniper rifle, because every shot with it does like 52 damage or something like that, which is half their health. And it's a sniper that's automatic, so you get to shoot it as much times as you want. And it's got like a really big clip and everything, so it's really overpowered. But it costs the most, but it's still not really a big deal if everyone else is sitting there without them and you're the only one with it. And so there's just like this kind of unspoken rule of not buying autos. And you can go like 10, 20 games, which are 30 rounds long without even seeing anyone buy an auto. But as soon as one person buys one, then you cross that threshold. Then everyone gets ticked at you. They wonder why you did that, because if you bought the auto, you screwed it up for your whole team, and the other team's going to start buying them too. I just think that's such a cool thing where it's just an underlying moral that's an unspoken rule that you just don't see that kind of thing in other games. Like in Halo, it's not like an unspoken rule for people not to use needlers or something like that, you know?
It might
because
become
it's so
one.
Balanced that you don't really have a weapon.
Well, no,
is like
you said the needler. You said Kyle. You said the needler was pretty damn OP.
It is, but it's balanced in a way that it's not like you can't beat it.
Sure.
Or it's not like if someone has it, then like everybody has to have one in order to make the game work.
No, I mean, like, it's not what makes the game work. It's just, it's kind of a cheap gun. It kind of makes things, I don't know.
Well,
It's better for certain situations, basically.
It'll be like someone like spawning in with a rocket launcher. Then everybody else is going to have to spawn in with a rocket launcher in order to compete with that person with the rocket launcher.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, I just thought that that's really interesting that Counter-Strike has that. Not many other games do.
No. And I just don't understand the fan base.
Oh, it's because you're playing in casual, Kyle. That's basically the internet manifests itself.
And I really want to stick with the game to play competitive because you have it so highly. Yeah. You like think of it so highly, but the ranking system is so slow. And people kick you all the time because I'm so bad. Because I don't understand the game because everybody's just quick scoping me. And I'm like, what the heck am I supposed to do? These guys are just like looking down a hallway. They bring up their sniper scope and shoot, and then all of a sudden you're dead. Like, and then I'm trying to shoot someone with an assault rifle, and the bullets are going all over the place because you can't like aim down sights and the shooting where you're aiming in the middle of your screen like a normal game doesn't even work that way. It just doesn't. The game doesn't make any sense.
Well, it makes sense if you play by its rules. It's just really hard to get used to. Like I played for 215 hours, and I still feel like I am not close to getting used to anything in it at all. I still freaking suck, to be honest. I just played.
But I feel like if you play a game for that amount of time, you would at least be able to work the game.
Yeah. I definitely feel like I've gotten better. I have a grip on the mechanics. I know how everything works. If I wanted to like really buckle down and get better at it and try really hard at it, then I do that. But I mean, it's just a thing that I dabble in, play with a friend or something, and just kind of get better as I go. I'm not going to like buckle down and try really hard at it. But in those 200 hours, I have gotten a lot better than I was at the beginning.
No.
But the ranking is super slow.
It's so annoying. Like I've played like maybe like 6 hours of the game, and I've maybe gotten halfway to rank up to level 2. And you have to be level 3 to freaking play competitive.
Yeah. Okay. So that's what you're talking about, is that ranking?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that ranking wasn't put in until like a couple months ago. Oh no, a few months ago, and it's ridiculous. I hate it so much because it is so slow, and as soon as you start playing competitive games, you level up so freaking fast. So it just ticks me off to no end that you'd have to get to level 3, which takes like 3 days of straight playing. And then
it's probably going to take me like 60 hours to actually get to play like the superior competitive version.
Yeah, I know. And the thing that sucks,
like, I don't really want to stick with it.
Yeah, there's actual like after that there's actual ranks where your rank doesn't depend on like how much you play, how much XP you get. Your rank is how good you are in comparison to other players. And that takes forever because you don't actually get a real rank until you get 10 competitive wins. And every 2 competitive wins you get, the game makes you wait 24 hours to tabulate the results and put you in another match. So you're going to have to end up waiting 5 times for 24 hours before you can play competitive again, which is ridiculous, to be honest. That's outrageous. But if you stick with it, it's cool. It's really fun. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I really wish I could, but it's just like there's no motivation in the game. It just takes forever, and the people that you play with are so trolly.
Yeah,
like beyond all belief.
Yeah, it's bad. And when you're not playing competitive, when you're not like with people at your level, then there's people who just get ticked at you for no reason, and then there's people headshotting you like ridiculously because some keyboard and mouse players are just absolutely absurdly good.
Yeah, like here's the situation. I grabbed the bomb and I was like heading towards the bomb thing, and I killed one person on the way there, which is uncommon for me.
Yeah,
and I'm doing good. I'm like, I sat down. I sat down. I was planting the bomb. I got like halfway through and I died. And then these people were like, "Whoa, dude, you should let A spawn," and then they kicked me. We were like 12 rounds into the game, and this was like maybe like 20 minutes, maybe 20 something minutes into the game, and then they kick me. And I don't get any XP because they kick you.
Oh, I'm so
I'm
sorry,
like,
Kyle. Yeah, when you get with a bad group of people, it sucks. It
Welcome
really
to the
does
world
suck.
of Counter-Strike.
Yeah. The internet holds no bounds when it comes to Counter-Strike.
Unfortunately, the internet does hold bounds for our podcast because we got to wrap it up.
All right.
All right. Well, for no Michael tonight, which is unfortunate, but
Oh,
hopefully we'll get him back in later. Christian with his real voice there. That's right. Yep. I don't know where that. Okay, what is that? You got to tell me.
That's my voice.
No,
You
it
don't
isn't.
believe me? Yes, it is.
No, it is not.
Yes, it is.
No.
Jack. How are you?
Oh my God.
people do that voice all the time on Counter-Strike.
That's true.
Oh, they do. Okay, so it's like a thing. It's like a thing.
People have voice changers.
Yeah.
I see. All right. Well, if you love this show, if you love our YouTube videos, give us a like on Facebook so you have at least a chance of seeing all the updates as they happen. Otherwise, subscribe on YouTube and Spreaker. For Michael, Tucker, Kyle, Christian, I am Zach. We are the Double Jump, and we'll hang out again sometime soon.